My family is going to keep letting me down. I'm going to look for a new family. I'm going to go out and make some friends and call them my family. Aquarius, that's what I'm seeing with these cards. The Five of Pentacles, Ten of Cups is your family or familial people letting you down, especially with the Three of Swords. It's like hurting your feelings by doing so, maybe even alienating you or rejecting you with the Five of Pentacles. But you have other friends, Three of Cups, that are like in the outer world, the world at large, the World card. And those people, I think, are you're letting them into your heart and calling them family because your biological family is kind of sucking. On the bottom we have the Hierophant, and underneath that we have the Four of Cups. Maybe they've always been this way, and it's like you have bad memories. Underneath the Four of Cups we got the Nine of Swords. You have bad memories of maybe your whole childhood or maybe a very strict household. That can also be the Hierophant. Let's pull Oracle card. Oh, okay, interesting. So now we have Gemini with the Hourglass, the Universal Hexagram, the Knight, and the Mouth. I know it's a lot. But what this all means is like looking for the place where you belong, looking for the people who are the people who belong with you. We've got Gemini and the Hourglass, which tells me like actually seeing a lot of people, meeting new people, engaging with people you've never engaged with before, and doing all this with the purpose of trying to find where you belong because you don't feel like you belong with your family or with those type of people anymore. We got the Universal Hexagram, and then the Knight with the Mouth is meeting people who are aligned to you, who are like on your same vibe, who vibe with you. On the bottom we have the Bread, and that is like sustenance. So it's like you're looking for people who sustain you, and who add to you and who add to your life and who you enjoy being around, the heart, you know? And again, that's probably not your family. Let's see what we get for advice. All right, this is kind of really weird advice. We got the Cup upright, the Ace of Swords reversed, and then the High Priestess reversed. There's something about oversharing or sharing too much, too fast, right away. And I think it's like, it has to do with the things that upset you. Even like, let's say you're meeting new people because you're trying to get away from your family. Well, if you always talk about that, you might actually push people away because people don't want to get sucked into your drama like the first second you meet them. People don't want to get sucked into that. It ends up being kind of a downer, and you might end up pushing people away because of it, but how you're going about it. Right? Okay, so now the advice here is interesting. We've got the House, we've got the Wizard's Tower, and the Bed. This is kind of like being okay with being comfortable with being alone, spending time by yourself, maybe away from your family and your friends. Maybe you don't have enough alone time in general, and you're always looking for somebody to hang out with, and maybe that's what you need, because then we have the Queen and we have Uranus. I feel like there is some self-development that can be had from just staying at home, just doing you, and also personal growth. The Queen with Uranus does represent personal growth too, but only if you take the time to sit with yourself, right? Let's look at the next few cards. Okay, so now this is getting interesting. So we got the Nut and Scorpio. It's kind of like tells me that it's an unsustainable strategy to always rely on other people to feel good, because that runs out. If you feel good on your own, if you are perfectly cool with hanging out by yourself, you'll always be okay, because other people can't throw you off your game. You don't need other people to give you a sense of like self-gratification. That's what the top row is talking about. We get the Cup, the Sword, and the Rabbit. It's like you need other people to tell you that you're good for you to feel good. You, in some way, on some level, you need other people to like tell you, to give you that feeling of being okay. You need to interact with people because you're not okay on your own. And that's not sustainable. That's what the Nut with Scorpio is saying. You're always going to end up going back to feeling sort of antsy or restless because you're not comfortable with just yourself being by yourself. It's always going to go back to that. Thus, the advice from before, which is spend some time alone. You guys need some alone time. That is at least the advice from me. All right, Aquariuses, thank you guys so much for being here. That's going to be your reading. If this resonated for you, leave a comment and like the video.